Hello, Blossoming Tribe. This is Amaya Tala. Last night it rained, so I'm really happy because Earth is cleansed. Earth is bathed, and Earth is like showered with new energy to bloom life into this world. And so I'm just very, very grateful for the water, grateful for the rain. So I just want to spend some time to acknowledge that magic in our world, and I hope that you spend time to do that as well. So today I'm going to be talking about expressing yourself. I think this is a very important topic in the times today, because a lot of us are awakening and we are being called to be ourselves and express ourselves. And I actually have a challenge for you, and I'm going to be talking about that through this video, because a lot of you have been watching my videos and learning a lot of, I guess, wisdom that I've picked up along the way. I mean, they're not mine or something that I just picked up from my journey. If there is one best teacher in this world, it's experience. And I think we shouldn't underestimate the power of that teacher. And so it's important for us to share, what we learned through our experience, because at the end of the day, we can debate on so many things, but you cannot deny what you experience and how you're living your life. Like, it's just hard to deny that. And sometimes that's actually the most important thing in the world. Like, no matter what theory people tell you or information people tell you, what you experience in this present moment is the most real thing that you will ever have in your life. And so maybe I'm gonna make a video about that. And so it's very important for us to share what we learn in our experiences to other people. And so I've been sharing that in a lot of my videos, and I've been getting positive feedback from many of you. And I wanted to take this a little further for you to have some tools and practices in your arsenal to start taking steps to your own life. And so I created this challenge for you for free that you can jump into, so you can cultivate more of your blossoming, cultivate more of your true self, of your authentic self, and be able to kind of start what do you call that? Not triggering, but like just poking it a little bit more, so that you'll be able to like let it shine through, or kind of like wipe it, so that the rough diamond you can actually see the shine from it. So that is my intention for the challenge, and I'm gonna be talking about that, and it's related to expressing yourself more. And before I talk about that, I do want to give you a little bit background about the challenges and the journey to finally starting to express yourself. It has been very hard for me because I grew up in the Philippines, and for you who know that, it's really hard to be yourself in that culture. I mean, not everyone finds it harder. People who are just naturally expressive, which is awesome for them, but for other people who don't fit the mold of the current societal script in that place, it's really hard to express just who you are, especially when you're outside of the box. And a lot of us have been quiet. A lot of us, especially if you're light workers or earth angels or whatever term you may want to use, a lot of us really dim that light, because many people don't want to see that light. They're not ready for that light. And it's connected to like the whole matrix, because a lot of organizations and businesses, they don't thrive by many people becoming who they are, because they're selling products that count on you hiding who you are. So, and it makes it extra hard, because all of the media, like the commercials, promote a certain identity that is most of it are colonial, and a lot of people believe them. A lot of people succumb to them because they actually make it hard for people to not succumb to them. Like, they put all of this investment and money for us to be able to buy into this idea or worldview or view of the world and ourselves. And I'm not gonna dig deep into that because it's a little depressing, but I just want to say that, like, the circumstances of how hard it is, and I succumbed to it. I hid myself. I did succumb to some of the products that they were selling and some of the identities that they were trying to portray on TV. But, you know, but the soul will sometimes awaken you, and if you have that desire within you, and sometimes even depression and going really, really low, which I went through, also wakes you up to that, because it gets very, very painful with inside that some people make it through. Some people use that as a reason to ask questions, a reason to find the answers, and I'm one of those people. And so these questions, you know, led to answers and more questions and answers and more questions. And, you know, I didn't even think that I would get to this question and answer about expressing myself, because honestly, my intention was to help the world. I didn't really think that expressing myself would be the answer to that. I just wanted people to be happy, my community to be happy. And so I started community work. And I learned that the struggles of many people, that their voices, a lot of the people in marginal living, their voices are not heard. And a lot of, I fathom that a lot of the empowerment that I wanted to give to people comes from them recognizing their voice and speaking their voice, their authenticity, that their voice and wisdom has a lot of power, has a lot of good power behind them that can change the world. And slowly I realized that, and recently, and so culminating to a point where I have been trying to, you know, really help assist these voices to come out, but then it wasn't really coming through completely. And I noticed, obviously with shadow work, it comes back to me. I noticed that I was not respecting and I was not honoring my voice either that much. And it reflects to other people around me who don't go all the way in honoring that voice. And so I had to go back to myself and understand that I need to be expressing my own design. I need to be expressing my own voice if I really want to be an example to other people. Because our voice are so precious, especially if it's something that's really connected to your soul, and it really touches people. It really inspires people to be just who they are. And I think one of the struggles with expressing who you are is this feeling that, who are you? Who are you to be talking? Who are you to be expressing yourself? Like, who do you think you are? You're not a celebrity. You're not this, you're not that. You're supposed to be knowledgeable. You're supposed to have a certificate. You're supposed to... all of these things that the Matrix has designed for us to think that we're not good enough. And for you to just understand that all of these expectations, and I have another video that I recorded about that, are simply decoys or distractions for you to not notice the value that you have within you, your inner voice. Obviously, there is an importance to discern between the colonized ego voice and the soul voice, obviously, and that takes healing, that takes spiritual training, that takes humane training, and just the training of life for you to discern that. I'm still discerning that. I'm still a student of life. But it's a journey. And so in this journey, we see in our stories our humanity. We see in our stories the things that we learn in life. And life is the best school. Life is the best teacher, honestly. Like, if you're not able, like, you can know everything in this world, but if you're not able to navigate and enjoy life, you know, life is gonna get back at you. And so with expressing yourself, yeah, I have quieted myself for so long, And but there were, when I was beginning to speak up, at first it was very awkward. Like I was like this duck that just quacks and like with no finesse, and I was just trying to speak, and it was so awkward and embarrassing. But I was patient with myself, I was compassionate with myself, and I look back at those moments and I'm like, oh, I'm just so proud of myself for putting myself in those spaces and really speaking up, because those were the moments where I really started to break through the walls that I built myself around myself. And so at first it may be awkward, it may be like you still don't really know how to express yourself or speak up, but I want you to know that that is normal, and it takes practice. It takes action sometimes, and it also takes energy work and mental work and letting go of beliefs. So I do also mentor and coach people through that, so I'm available for that if that's something you're interested in. So it's like an alignment between your thoughts, your emotions, your being, your body, you know, your connection to yourself and all of that, your soul and all of that. So as you're starting out, obviously it's hard to think about all of those things, and so sometimes you just start with one thing, you know, maybe just your thoughts or maybe just your action, but later on they're all gonna culminate together, and you'll be able to master how to align all of your being so you can actually express yourself more eloquently and more artfully. And I actually give guidance on that, on how to express yourself more artfully and gracefully in my Tending Circle space that you can sign up for. And I have Tending Circle every month, twice a month right now. So you can sign up for that if you want more of like the advanced way of like advanced, and also beginners. It doesn't matter, because it's like, it doesn't matter where you're starting, but you're going to pick up something. So so I also teach that. So yeah, and so I just wanted to say that, like, when you're starting out with speaking up, it does start with some awkwardness, with some of that, and it takes bravery and courage and being with yourself and advocating for yourself and loving yourself. So all of those things that you can start doing in your process of speaking up. So it's really a lot of when you're speaking up, and I said this in my other videos, it's not just like you're speaking up to other people, it's also like you are affirming to yourself that you can advocate for yourself. And a lot of us light workers, which we want to speak up for other people, you know, it really like infuriates us when other people are being taken advantage of, or there's injustices for other people. But when you speak up for yourself and you advocate for yourself, there's some immense power in that, because you're practicing that love for yourself, and other people see that, and you have no idea how other people are going to be inspired by you expressing who you are. Because I think that's one of the main things that are very suppressed in our community right now, for us to be seen and for us to see each other. Like, there are so many walls around us that are just making it hard for us to see one another. And one of the ways that we can really see one another is for us to show who we are first. For us to really know what kind of community we want to build, we have to know who we're serving. Who are we serving? And for us to know how to serve each other, we definitely need to see who the hell we are serving. And how would I know how I will serve our community if I don't know you, and if you don't show who you really are? So it really gives great service through humanity, when you show who you really are, because now we're gonna see, okay, if that's who you are and this is what lights you up, this is what's coming from your heart, then I would know what to create for our community so that we will all shine from our hearts. And so with this challenge that I prepared for you guys, you'll be able to dig deeper into what it is that you want to express, and you'll be able to learn the best way to express that, and giving you some tips about that, some guidance about that. So if you want to join that challenge and take a step further into your commitment to advocate for yourself, so you can advocate for the community and the world, starting with yourself, you can sign up for that. It's in the description box below. So just sign up and join my blossoming tribe. Just check the checkbox to join my blossoming tribe, and you will have access to that challenge, so you can level up and take a step further into your connection with yourself and expressing yourself to the world in an authentic manner. And then I also have a tending circle where I, like I said, give more of some of the juicy secrets about how to really express yourself in an artful or graceful manner. So I have that too. If you're interested, join my tending circle. And I do one-on-one coaching. I channel spirit messages too through tarot reading, and all of those good stuff. I'm also going to be having probably some events and retreats or something like that in the future as well. If you're interested in that, I'll be posting that when they are available. So sign up for my email list so you'll be updated about that. What else do I want to say? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just, you got it. Honor yourself, and the act of speaking up and expressing yourself is good for the world, so do it. And I'm here for you to guide you, and I'm so excited for your blossoming. And till next time, I'll see you, blossoming tribe. I can't wait to see you shine, and we are all here to uplift this world, and your blossoming is the blossoming of Mother Earth and the universe. So keep shining.